When it comes to the highest level of the Pokemon TCG, all decks have multiple different types of Pokemon, as some are way too good to ignore. Meaning if you were to restrict your deck to only one type of Pokemon, then you are immediately at a disadvantage. But to someone like me, I don't hear disadvantage. I hear a challenge, which is why I decided to enter a tournament with a deck that plays only one type of Pokemon, that being Water type. Now, I'm sure all my veteran viewers have figured out exactly what I'm going to be playing by now, but for those that don't know, allow me to lift the curtains, as I will be playing Misty's Gyarados, a deck unlike any other, as it actually wants you to play one type of Pokemon, that being Misty's Pokemon. You see, Gyarados has the Panic Splash attack, which discards the top 7 cards of your deck, doing 70 damage for each Misty's Pokemon you find there. So if you hit the max win and discard 7 Misty's Pokemon, you're doing a total of 490 damage, and for one single energy from a single prize Pokemon at that. Now the madness doesn't end there, as with Misty's Psyduck's ability, which gives you the option to discard the bottom card of your deck and place the Psyduck from your bench to the top of your deck, you can guarantee damage output. Meaning if you use all 4 of your Psyduck's abilities, you will hit 280 damage minimum, which when it KOs many important cards in the game. Now, there are other support Pokemon in this deck, just like Misty's Lapras, which uses its first attack to find 3 Misty's Pokemon for you, a great attack for setting up. And we also have Misty's Staryu and Starmie. Now, they're mainly here for Gyarados to use as discard fodder, however, the Starmie can be pretty good if you're in a bit of trouble. And to be honest with you, that's kind of it for the Misty's archetype. But of course, we need a deck list, and there are some very important cards that we must play in this deck, such as Sacred Ash, which shuffles up to 5 Pokemon from your discard pile into your deck. This synergizes perfectly with Gyarados, as this card throws already discarded Pokemon back into the deck for Gyarados to discard again. And we also have 4 copies of Night Stretcher, 1 copy of Max Rod, and 1 copy of Lana's Aid for Pokemon and energy recovery to our hand. Now, with the way I've described things, that sounds like a fantastic deck. You'll be sitting there thinking, why is it not topping regionals already, Sean? Well, it does have a few flaws, and I've summed it up to a total of 3 main flaws. The first being the most obvious reason, in that its whole strategy is down to chance. As to one-hit KO a Dragapult, for example, one of the most popular Pokemon in the game, you need to discard 5 water Pokemon. If you only hit 4, however, that can very often be the difference between winning and losing a game. So given this deck relies heavily on damage output to win, having that damage be unreliable definitely holds it back. And speaking of discarding things, the second reason also comes into effect, as Gyarados will discard resources. So when you compare it to other strong single prize decks like Alakazam and Honchkrow, you tend to fall short, as those decks can also hit very relevant big numbers with much more control over the game. And as for the final reason, all I need to do is name 2 cards: Munkidori and Magikarp. I'll challenge you guys in the comments to figure out why exactly that's a problem. Of course, it's pretty self-evident. So now you understand why the deck isn't that great, and why winning a tournament is going to be such a tough challenge. I will say, however, that this deck is an absolute blast to play. There's just something about it that sets off my dopamine-deprived brain. Regardless, here is the list we'll be entering this tournament with. Speaking of, here is how it will all unfold. This tournament will have 6 best-of-1 rounds. And just as always, a win is equal to 3 points, a tie 1 point, and a loss 0 points. And the top 8 players by the end of those rounds would advance to Top Cut, where you will play a best of 3 in each round to ultimately land on a winner. Pretty simple, hey? Now moving on to medals, the top 32 will achieve the bronze medal in this video, with top 16 in this tournament being a silver, top 8 being gold, and of course by winning the tournament, we will get the platinum medal, which I'll be honest, I'm not expecting to get, but who knows, as we get into our first game against Zoroark. Okay, game 1, here we go. We are going second. Hopefully we start a Lapras, and we do. Wow, this is actually a really good opening hand. Okay, playing against the Zoroark here. I think this is a... I don't know how this one will go, to be fair to you. It should be in our favor, as we get 2 mulligans as well, plus some more Gyarados. This is nice. My opponent is playing 2 Judge for hand disruption, but that's about it. As I just pass up, and I am going to go for my Pofferino. Let's throw this down. I'm going to get a Magikarp and a Psyduck. And I think I'll do exactly the same thing. Get a Magikarp and a Psyduck. And then go for the old swim together. Actually, I could get even more Psyduck. Yeah, I don't think I play my Lily's Determination, because obviously I want to keep what I've got in my hand. So I think I'll grab Magikarp and Psyduck again. Maybe just, you know what, let's just get the quad Psyduck out. Let's do it. Means we can get maximum damage output very, very early on. I like that. As they go for a Cyrano, getting 2 Zoroark and a Meowth. And they will evolve into, I don't know why I sounded so like alarmed by that. That kind of makes sense for next turn, right? Follow up with the Meowth. But they've just evolved into a second Zoroark. Kind of bricking on my opponent's side, eh? I might go in very aggressive with the Gyarados and just start attacking. And with the quad Psyduck, I believe that is guaranteed to 280 damage. I think I'm right on that. As they go for a trade, getting rid of Darmanitan here. As they attach to the bench Zoroark. I think they're anticipating the active one to go down then, or the risk of it, I guess. And they will also Ultra Ball. Getting rid of a, I was going to say a fighting energy there. What it was blood waffling about. That's a Darkness Energy and a Night Stretcher to get a Daru marker. Yes, they're going to start going for the bench snipes. Now, our Magikarp, as I covered, is resistant to that. They can't hit me on the bench. So as long as I keep myself with Magikarps and Gyaradoses, should be okay. They can definitely take out, I guess they could like 2 hits KO my Gyaradoses. That's something to be slightly concerned about. Let's retreat. Again, I'm going to keep holding this hand because I don't need to draw. So we'll attach here. We'll go for our Psyduck shenanigans. Let's pull that off. I can't play Poffin after this, though, which is something to bear in mind. But I can bench another Magikarp. I think... No, I can get away with benching another Magikarp. That's true. I don't need all these bench slots here in order to use each Psyduck. I can just make sure I keep 2 bench slots open. I think that's the priority. This Psyduck doesn't do much for us. Let's throw this down. And we only discarded 1 Starmie. That's excellent. This is a guaranteed 280, so a guaranteed knockout for us. Oh my god! Jesus! The full 490 for the first attack. Is that a good omen? Who knows? Who knows? As we get ourselves a Pokepad and a Starmie from the prizes. They will bench a Pheasantipity, though, and get themselves Darmanitan and Night Stretcher. So, I'm a little concerned they can, like, double snipe my Gyarados, but... that's about it. I mean, as long as I can guarantee KOs on the Zoroark, we're kind of fine, right? I mean, do I see any way to attack with Darmanitan? No. So they don't have a way to attack with Darmanitan. I don't think they want to be Darmanitan in here. I think you want to get yourself a Zekrom or something. Get another Zorua down. Well, they only get the 1 Zorua with that Poffin. And they go for a trade. What's my energy count? Because they can do... it's only 60. So they have to go for Flame Body Cannon here, which means maybe I shouldn't have evolved the benched Gyarados for the bench protection that the Magikarp offers. But even then, if that's their game plan, is to double Flame Body Cannon me and snipe 90-90 on my Gyaradoses, I should win by that point anyway. Bro, this is a good start. I can't lie. I wasn't expecting much out of this, but we're looking like a decent start here. As they do indeed go for that Night Joker and risk it all a little bit here. I'm assuming they're going to go for Flame Body. They are, and they don't realize the Magikarp. No! Oh, well, that's great for me, but I am... yeah, I kind of feel a little bit bad for them. They didn't see that coming, huh? In any case, I am going to greed it up here. I want to guarantee what I can get here. I'm going to go for double Night Stretch into Psyduck, and then I will go for the Lily's Determination. I'm going to keep this Magikarp on the bench. I'm not going to evolve it. There's nothing they have in their deck that can damage it, really. Sadly, though, we don't get the guaranteed KO. We kind of have to wing a little bit. But what I can do here is Sacred Ash, get myself the Magikarps back, just get all the Pokemon I need back and anything else, and then we start Psyducking, and hopefully that's enough to get another one-hit KO, which would be beautiful. Oh, you don't want to see Sacred Ash go there. You really, really, really don't. Water, we'll take that. That's fine. Let's go for a splashing picnic. I was going to say picnic. Oh, 420. This is the perfect game to begin with. Jesus. My opponent is clearly debating what to promote. They must be flabbergasted, not realizing that this could come up. I'm sorry, man. Except I'm not, because, I mean, I'm winning, so I'm happy. All right, so Pheasantipity they decide to do. What's their resources looking like here? Let's have a little look-see. Yeah, all right, 2 Zoroark down, 2 Zoro, obviously. They've already got 1 Darmanitan down, 2 Cyrano down. It's pretty good. Pardon me, I've just burped. Lock in, Sean. You got to get all professional. This is a tournament video. So let me just have a look at their deck list. They got 1 Cyrano left. Do they want to be playing Cyrano? I mean, actually, it's not too bad. Cyrano could get yourself the switch out because they play a Petra and EX, and also get yourself the Zoroark. But you also need to find your PP up to attack again. And even then, if you attack with Zoroark, you're just leaving me again the chance to one-hit KO you, all for the sake of 1 prize card. They just pass. They're passing? That's very strange. In a tournament situation, that's very odd behavior, but I think we win anyway, don't we, because of Lana's aid? So let's just go ahead and take it. We use the Psyduck ability here, go for Lana's aid, recover 2 more Psyducks. Doesn't really matter what we get from here. And that equals, if I'm doing my maths correctly, exactly 210 damage, which will indeed win us the game. What an incredible start. Oh my lord, that was textbook Gyarados. 280 just for a little bit of a cherry on top. Let's be Avenue. Let's go. Now that's what I call a great head start. As with this win, we have 3 points on the board. But given its early days, we're still sitting at 18th place, meaning we are hanging around bronze medal territory. So let's see if that placement goes up as we get into game number 2, playing against Dragapult. It's Dragapult time, boys and girls. Do I want to go first or second? I think I want to go second. I want to get a Lapras and then start popping off. That's what we want to be doing here. And we do get Lapras and double Magikarp. Okay, that's really nice. I want to make sure that I'm not overbenching. This does have a Maractus in there, and I don't want to have something trapped up for a couple of turns while they develop board state. So I'm going to try and keep my board very controlled. Thankfully, there's no... let me just have a double check. Yeah, there is literally 0 Dusknoir. However, there is Monkey Dory. Unfair Stamp is there, A-Spec as well, so we got to bear that in mind too. I think I should... probably Iris here. Yeah, I'm going to Pokepads, and I'm going to preemptively get... no, I'll get a Psyduck, actually. I'll get a Psyduck. Don't really want to bench the Staryu, so I'm just going to go and do this. I think that's the correct move to make. Yeah, I was mainly wanting that Water Energy, so I can, you know, get playing. So let's do that. We'll go for Swim Together. It also thins out the deck for us, so I can be a little bit better off in terms of my top decking odds. And we might have a couple of turns of this Swim Together, if anything, to just really set up hard, you know? They do evolve into a Dracloak right off the bat, though. And this is quite an uphill battle. Dragapult is the best deck in the format, so I'm not expecting to win this one, but I will go for it. They do Lily's Determination, though. And from that, they should really find some sort of extra basic Pokemon search. Their deck plays 4 Ultra Ball, 4 Buddy Buddy Poffin, and 4 Pokepad. They should have some Pokemon to get into play here. But before they do anything, they go for a Recon Directive ability. Of course, allows them to draw 1 and put 1 to the bottom of the deck. They get the double Droopy out without even needing a Buddy Poffin. Look at that. Energy on the Dracloak, and they're going to Itchy Pollen me to turn off my item cards. But we're chilling. We're big chilling, bro. We've got Gyarados ready to go. That's really good news. And double Psyduck. No outs for my opponent to get the snipes on this, so I'm safe to bench them. Now, could Swim Together again, but I'm just going to go for a Lily. If I can get aggressive, I think that's better against this kind of deck. And there you go. That's the aggression we want. Let's go for a retreat. And I'm not going to Psyduck here. This is where I'm going to make the choice of just gambling the top 7. I'm sure we'll get 1 water Pokemon. Oh my god, that was terrifying. We literally just got 1. Okay, well, 1's enough. And that means we can then use our Psyducks to hopefully get... So that's 320. We need to get 5 Pokemon off of the Splashing Panic attack. In order to 1-hit KO a Dragapult, it's a tall order to ask, man. But that's what this deck's all about. It's all about the Gamba, isn't it? There's a Recon Directive coming in after they evolve into another Dracloak on the bench. A Recon Directive yet again. They want to find their Dragapult, and they should be able to do that here. There's the Dragapult. We just need a Psychic Energy now if they really want to get going with it. I'm just double checking my discard pile. I don't know if I did play Boss or not. I haven't played Boss yet, no. And we haven't discarded it either. There's only 1 copy of Boss in this build, so I'm thinking about that now because I was anticipating them benching a Fez, but they go straight for the Unfair Stamp. This is... Oh, okay. This is not too bad. I can Pokepad to get another Psyduck, although I think it might be smarter as a Pokepad to get another Magikarp. Although it might be worth getting another Psyduck and just going for the 1-hit KO if they... Wait, they still need to get the energy here. Hold on. Buddy Poffin. They haven't attached a Psychic Energy yet. Have they played a supporter card? No, there's a Psychic. I spoke way too soon. I was going to say because they could probably Crispin or something, but no. In that case, what is the correct strategy here? Do I just go for the Gyarados and with the triple Psyduck? Or, oh, there's the Crispin. Or do I go for the double and bench a Magikarp? I'm thinking... It depends on my top deck. It really depends on my top deck, I think. They're doing go for a Phantom Dive. I want to see what energy they got with that. They also got the Darkness so they can Monkey Dory. That's a big threat to my Magikarps, obviously. Huge threat to the Magikarps. So we have to be taking 1 at KOs. Oh, it's not looking good. If we can do it, maybe we can get somewhere. I don't know. Not feeling that great after that stamp. Oh, okay. So here's the deal, right? I think we lose if I get Magikarp down and whiff the KO. If I don't get the KO, I think it's a loss. Considering if we do damage to them and they have the Darkness, they can Monkey Dory, move it onto a Magikarp. I believe my Magikarp, its ability doesn't prevent Monkey Dory. It just prevents attacks, effective attacks. So I'm going to have to risk it for a biscuit. Oh, this is what it's all about, boys and girls. This is what playing this deck is all about. The old risky biscuit. Let's go for it. We're going to side duck here. If we could just get the 1-hit KO. I know they can respond with a Dragapult, but at least I can go for like a Lapras for a turn. Maybe try and pull something out of the bag. It's a dream. It's a pipe dream, but it's one I'm going to be absolutely sleeping on. Please, Splashing Panic, give me six. Come on, baby. 350 is exactly what we needed. It's just now a matter of following up from here. Can we somehow get there? With this hand, I'm still not so sure. They do already promote the Dracloak with the Fire Energy. Now, the good thing is we ain't got to worry about no Darkness Energy being attached for turn. Well, I don't think they want to anyway, to be fair to you. I think they just want to attack with Dragapult again. And they do get Dragapult. Oh, God. Please tell me you haven't got the Psychic Energy already. Just let me have a turn. Oh, Meowth. Yep, that guarantees it. I think we're in big trouble here. I think we're in serious trouble. There's a Petrol of all things. Okay. I was expecting a bit of a Crispin action, but they are going to Petrol for a Night Stretcher to guarantee that Psychic. Oh, bro, my board state just needed to be good here. Sadly, you just can't. You can't face the almighty Pult. As a Phantom. Oh, no, it's just game, isn't it? I completely forgot. For some reason, I thought Lapras survived. It didn't. GG's to my opponent. We sadly flipped coin and got tails on that one. I have literally no idea what I mean by that, but either way, that loss does keep us on 3 points. But this is where things get strange, as I somehow went up the leaderboard, getting into 16th place. Now, this is because of something known as opponent win percentage. Allow me to explain. When you have two players who have identical points, the next way to decide who should place higher is the win percentage of your opponent so far. And in this case, the Dragapult player that I lost to was first place in the tournament at this particular moment in time, resulting in me having a higher opponent win percentage than my opponents, which in turn placed me higher up the leaderboard. Now, I really do hope you understand this, as spoilers here, this will have a direct impact toward the end of the game. How exactly? You just have to wait and see as we get into game 3 as we play against Okie Dokie. But wait, the strangeness doesn't end here. Something else also happened. It appears that with the loss to Dragapult, we may have some good luck come our way, as it looks like my opponent is likely a no-show. I'm willing to bet that with 20 seconds left on the automatic loss timer, meaning they have this much time to check in, I think it's not going to happen. And I think we're going to get a free win, which with a deck like this, in a tournament like this, I will take. Is that a win? Yes. Oh, okay. Lovely. We are officially 2-1. We can effectively call this a nice little head start, considering we're playing such a disadvantaged deck. So I will take that as we go into game number 4. But before we do, let's see how that's affected our placement, as we now have 6 points on the board, shooting us up to 9th place, which is just shy of the gold medal. And with luck seemingly on our side, maybe we can channel our inner Goku and go even further beyond. Either way, we're playing against Mega Starmie for game number 4. The good thing about this matchup is the 3 prize Pokemon. The bad thing is the Frostlass. I need to get Gyarados out really, really fast. That Frostlass is going to chip away at my 30 HP Magikarp. It's not going to be a great time, so we have to get them out quickly. All right. Are we going first or second? We're going second. Starting the side up, so not going to be a good second turn for us. As my opponent grabs another Staryu and a Snow Run, attaching a water to the active Staryu. They're going to give really early pressure. I can feel it. Oh, we get another. Oh, let's go draw into the Magikarp. That feels kind of good. Let's just get them all out. I'm getting all my Magikarp out. I'm not even playing. In fact, I'll get an energy on here. I don't mind doing this. It's a bit greedy, but I know they can't KO this next turn, even with the bench damage that they can do. So I'm just going to Iris's Fighting Spirit right now. And, okay, do I go for the 4th Magikarp? That is the question. I mean, probably, right? I don't know, though. I'm just scared of them establishing double Frostlass. That's what I'm really, really scared of right now. So, do you know what? I'm gonna bite into that fear, and I'm gonna play the 4th Magikarp in the hopes that I can just simply get a bunch of Gyarados. Of course, the Magikarp will not take any bench damage from Mega Starmie, so we should be fine. And isn't it poetic to see the Staryu lines on either side of the field, hey? Oh, that's so cool. Starmie fans are going to be absolutely feeding from this game. My opponent goes for an Ultra Ball here, getting rid of a Stretcher and a Staryu, grabbing Mega Starmie right off the bat. And it seems like Turbo Aggression is their idea. I am going to recover a Psyduck right off the bat here. They're going to Pokepad for a Monkey Dory. I need to take one at KOs, don't I? Because that Monkey Dory with the Darkness Energy can be a serious problem. And I think you're starting to see, viewers, why this deck isn't so great. 30 HP on a Magikarp is a tough time. Is it ever worth considering in the future throwing like 4 lively stadiums so you can buff it up to 60 HP and just somehow stay alive? I don't know. They're going to knock out my Psyduck, though. I need to get a 1-KO on this Mega Starmie ASAP. Double Psyduck will help with that. We also have Lily. So I'm quite hopeful here. If things turn out in our favor, I don't want to get a Lapras, bro. I just want to Gyarados and just pop off. Let's recover a Psyduck, though. We'll go for that. And we're just going to Lily and pray, baby. Gamba Town, here we come. Okay, right. I'm not sure how I feel about that. I think the odds aren't the best. But I think I can... Oh, no, I can guarantee Quad Psyduck here. What am I talking about? Assuming I haven't prized one and I don't get rid of one... no, I can't. Because I have to Buddy Puffin now, which will shuffle the deck. Okay, triple Psyduck it is. We're just going to have to hope we get it. Oh, this is scary. This is absolutely scary because that Monkey Dory can cause some serious damage to us. Get rid of a Night Stretcher there. And we're just going to go straight in. Come on, give me the free 50. Is that enough? Oh my goodness. Let's go. The Gamba's paying off. Yet again, 3 prize cards there. Vaporeon showing us some love. Oh, baby. All we need to do if they get another Starmie is just knock out again, and that's game. This is where Gyarados thrives against the 3 prize Pokemon. But they just get the baby Frostlass there with the Pokepads. I guess their only thing to do now is try and build up damage with the Monkey Dory and then take knockouts through spread damage that way. But they go for a boss's orders. That's actually okay, to be fair to you. We do have an energy in the discard pile. Gyarados in hand. I would have liked to have used that Night Stretcher, though, to get another Gyarados. Maybe I try and risk it for a biscuit and see if I can find an energy, although that seems very bad. I don't think that's a good idea. Okay, let's Night Stretcher, actually. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go for a Water Energy recovery here, and I think I will Sacred Ash now to recover a bunch of Pokemon into the deck, get all my Psyduck back, and sure, we'll get a Staryu just for the vibes. We'll then Buddy Puffin here, get 2 Psyducks down. Can at least use one of them to guarantee that we get what we need. I just want to get some Gyarados, you know. Well, we do. Okay, that's good. Gyarados here. That's what we want to see. And I'm not going to risk it for a biscuit like I did with the Badoo. I'm just going to make sure... Okay. Maybe I should have risked it for a biscuit. That's fine. I'm sure we can live without the Max Rod. I'm sure that's okay. There's a knockout. Nonetheless, 210. My opponent is bricking. We should be okay. I have a feeling we're all going to be good. Frostlass will come in, though, which will allow that Magikarp to take even more damage, which means it's definitely getting KO'd this turn. And if anything, they have one more turn after this one to try and salvage something from their hand. I'm not going to celebrate too early. I know the game can turn its tide for sure here, so let's not get carried away. They do go for an Adrena Brain that does knock out the Magi-Wagi. Oh, they get the Ultra Ball. Okay. They're just going to go straight for Meowth. That would be a lovely boss KO for us, but I don't think that's going to happen. What can they grab with this? They can get... Well, they could do Crispin. I don't think you want to do that. Yeah, you just want a Lily, don't you? You just want to draw a bunch of cards and hope that you can pull something out of the bag. I mean, what they want to do is basically establish another Staryu and then evolve into Mega Starmie again and just hope I whiff KO because you know, it's going to get more difficult as time goes on. And so to force up a free prizer onto me can be really problematic. However, I do still have, if I haven't discarded it yet, Boss's Orders lurking in this deck. If I somehow top deck it, which I know, full Gamba, when we don't have a way to find it, I can hopefully bring up Meowth, and that could be our game there. But let's not talk about that too soon. What do they get with this Ultra Ball? They're getting Snow Runt. Oh, they're going for Mega Frostlass instead? I don't know if I support that. It's lower HP. It doesn't matter. HP doesn't matter, actually. They're both within 5 water Pokemon discarded for a knockout. Maybe they prize Staryu. Maybe that's what's going on. Either way, they pass up. And it's a matter of the top decks now. Oh, okay. That's really good. That's really, really, really good. I need to thin out my hand. So I'm actually going to attach... I would love to have a Staryu down that I could maybe attach to. It's fine. I'll just attach to... I'll attach to this in case they boss up and try and trap. Sure thing. And I'm going to have to awkwardly Iris here. I'm going to Iris just now. I'm just going to do it. It's an Iris for 2. But, oh, that could be good. That could be really good. If they come with a Frostlass, I just Sacred Ash. Okay, so the Psyduck on the bench is probably staying alive. And, oh, I might have to Sacred Ash now, actually. I don't know if I'm going to guarantee the Monkey Dory KO. I need to hit 2 water Pokemon. Oh, I'm going to... Do I risk it for a biscuit? Do I risk it for a biscuit? That's a good question. This feels bad. I'm going to risk it. I'm risking it. I don't know if I did the right thing. I need 2 water Pokemon. We did it. Okay. All right. All right. That could have been bad. If I hit 1 water Pokemon there, that could have gone really poorly. But I want a Sacred Ash next turn. When they come up with the Mega Frostlass, clearly something they're planning to do, I need all the Pokemon in a deck I can get. So I had to take that risk in the hopes that I can one-hit KO a 310 HP Pokemon, meaning we need 5 Pokemon discarded for that. They do go for a Lily's Determination. Did I even get rid of a boss there? No, still no boss gone, meaning we could top deck boss for game. That would save a lot of hassle, if I'm honest. They do Buddy Puffin off of that nonetheless, getting Badoo of all things down. Clearly trying their absolute best to thin out their deck. I mean, surely if you have the Frostlass now, you just use it, right? Surely that's what you do. Do you not have it? If you pass, we just win. And that would be amazing. Oh, it's a retreat. Wait, they don't have it. Oh, they're quite smart. Oh, no, they're not. No, sorry, that's wrong. I'm not calling them stupid. I'm sorry, I didn't mean that. I was going to say they're smart because they turn off my Sacred Ash, but I have Psyduck. So I can literally just side it to the top of the deck, guarantee the one-hit KO. And that will be game. I don't know why they're not conceding at this point. They can see that I have game. It's kind of a BM, but I'll let them have it. It's not every day you come up against a Psyduck, so maybe you don't really know what's going on. Either way, let's just flustered leap onto the top of the deck, go for the Splashing Panic, and we have got another win, which is ridiculous. Oh my lord, how are we doing this? I felt pretty good after getting that win, as it did get a bit shaky sometimes. Nonetheless, that's another 3 points on the board, resulting in a total of 9 points, getting us into the top 8, which if we maintain will guarantee our top cut placement and a minimum of the gold medal. And with the nerves starting to creep in, we get into our next game as we play Dragapult again. Well, boys and girls, it's another Dragapult matchup. Not good at all, but we'll try it out, man. We'll try it out and see if we can somehow sneak a victory against what is looking to be one of our worst matchups. And I have a feeling I need to treat this the same as I need to treat that Starmie, where I need to get my Magikarps evolved instantly because of Monkey Dory. As soon as Monkey Dory comes down, it's a bit of a wrap. Bit of a shame we didn't start Lapras here. Would have helped so much in just guaranteeing those evolutions, but we're just going to have to roll with it and hope for the absolute best here. They attach, they pass. Not a terrible move, actually, for them. There is Lapras, but I don't know if... It might be worth benching. Okay, I think I am going to bench Lapras here because next turn, I can just get my... I think I just saw that. I think I prized 2 Gyarados as well. He says benching. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I'm actually going to Iris here, very greedily, to discard an Iris. And from there, just... pass up, I think. I mean, I can punch for 30. No, because then I can bench a Monkey Dory. No, I'm not punching for 30. I'm now debating if I want to go for the Lapras play or if I instead should just get really aggressive next turn. If they don't get anything else down... Oh, there you go. They're going to get something down. I was going to say if they don't get anything down, I could get aggressive and try and catch them before they start setting up, but that's going to happen now. Interesting to see that they have not actually gone for Badoo here. Are they going to plan for a Dragon Headbutt KO? That's incredibly greedy for a Dragapult deck to do, and they might well just do it. There's a Pokepad going into Lidra Cloak there. I'm looking at the list. They do not have Rare Candy. This is not a Neo Upper Energy deck at all. Their A-Spec is Unfair Stamp. They do have 2 Crispin, but no Candy. So if they do Dragon Headbutt here for a knockout and I return with a KO, that's a free turn for us to get another KO in. Maybe we can claw a victory out of that. It sounds unlikely, but I want to take any prize I can get whenever. Now, I do have grounds to bench Staryu because I can come up with Starmie for 140 if I whiff a KO on Dragapult. Can maybe 2-hit KO it. But that does... They might likely just retreat, though, at that point, wouldn't they? Yeah. Well, it seems like they're going to go for Badoo instead of the aggressive Dragon Headbutt. I support that, even if it does cost an energy to retreat. Whoa! I'm sorry, bro. I cannot back that play. You can't respond to me next turn. You've got 2 prizes down. You're risking a gust. Oh, I don't know, bro. I need to take prizes as well anyway, so I'm definitely going down this road. Let's start then by Pokepadding, and no. Okay, thank God. I thought I prized 2 Gyarados, but I didn't. Let's evolve, and I feel like I really should just pop in here for just a double Psyduck, right? Yeah, I'm just going to do the double Psy. What's the discard looking like? Fine. Don't really need to Sacred Ash right now. shouldn't be doing that. Risky Ruin coming in, doesn't really matter. As I said, I just want my Gyarados out. Oh man, the Max Rod is so good to just have. Oh, I like that a lot. Okay, so maybe I could get a Gyarados discard and then use Night Stretcher to recover and then evolve there. That would be kind of cool. No, not happening, but that's fine. I'm not going to be too bothered by that. Let's just guarantee the KO now. Very, very early on. See, glad. I know it turned out to be 210, but I'm glad I did put the double Psyduck up there. And this is looking a little better for a start in comparison to the other Dragapult matchup. I want to make sure, though, I get max utility out of this Max Rod. So how should I be doing? That's a lot of energy gone. We play 8. Oh, that would leave us with 3 energy left. I might have to Max Rod early and just get those energy back because that can be very, very difficult. That said, I could Night Stretcher. I mean, maybe I don't be too hash. The issue is those unfair stamp. It's going to happen eventually, and they could just unfair stamp me in Badoo, which could be very bad. But you see, with what I was referring to earlier, if they just retreated and then item locked to me, yes, the Badoo would have gone down and maybe the item lock wouldn't have done much, but you would have now had a Dracloak with 1 energy in the active, meaning all you really needed was a Dragapult and energy to get going very aggressively. But now that's not happening. Well, I mean, I've just been unfair stamped, so, you know, there's that. But hey, it is what it is. They attach to the Dreepy. They should be able to go for a flip script. Yeah, unfair stamp is devastating to this Gyarados deck, but we still move anyway. In comes the Night Stretcher, recovering the previously KO'd Dracloak, which they will use to evolve, and of course they shall go for a Recon Directive, and I would expect, there you go, Riki Diki on its way in. And after using that, they evolve into another one. No way, they got off the top deck. Ichiki Booga. Well, they'll go for another Recon Directive and go for that Itchy Pollen. Right-ho. What do we get? It's a Stretcher. That's fine, actually. It's not terrible. We just got to go for the Splashing Panic, take a knockout now. Stretcher. Whoa, that might be a bit overkill on the damage if you ask me. But we should have items available next turn. They can't KO both of my Gyarados, so that's something. There's still no Monkey Dory in play, and they cannot spread damage to my Magikarp. They probably will spread to the Lapras. In fact, maybe I should have learned from the last game and not bench Lapras, because they can use 2-hit KO on that. But I was kind of preparing for a potential knockout on the Psyduck and then a Lapras play. I just changed that when I realized that I had the opportunity to get aggressive. So, I don't know whether that was a misplay or not. Probably still was, but we'll see. They go for a Recon Directive, and they go for another one. And if you want to understand why this is the best deck in format, the one I'm playing against, they have 13 cards in their hand. It's it's as simple as that, really, isn't it? Now, what's interesting is they promoted this Dracloak with 0 energy on it. Why? Oh, they got Crispin. Oh, yeah, it's definitely Crispin play, isn't it? No, oh, Rosa's Encouragement. So for those who don't know, I believe it's you're behind on prizes. You can literally just get 2 energy from the discard pile and attach it to a stage 2 Pokemon. Who'd have thought that buffing Dragapult even more after rotation was the best idea? As they go for a Pokepad, grabbing the Monkey. Now, if I could get very lucky, I could pull off a 1-hit KO against the Dragapult and find a boss 1-hit KO on Fez. Yeah, sure thing. They're going to move damage away. Thankfully, it's only 20. So they're going to move 20 damage probably to the Magikarp. They can't Phantom Dive it. They should know that by reading it. But it is an easy thing to miss. So we'll see. As they Phantom Dive. Putting 6 on the Lapras. Yeah, I have... that Lapras bench was not smart, was it? It was not the move. All right. If I don't get anything here, I might have to bench a Staryu. That has to be a potential option here. Okay, actually, not bad. I can now use the water energy here and then just recover my Gyarados. Sure, I mean, it's not ideal, but, you know, you got to do what you got to do. It means I can probably attack with it next turn if I get the energy. I'd rather that than attack Staryu. Let's recover all 4 Psyduck and a cheeky Magikarp. Gonna need the 5, big man. Gonna need to hit 5 off this Splashing Panic if we want to get a win here. Oh, 4? That's so close, man. I think if we got a knockout, there was a sliver of a chance. Now, oh, I don't know. That's a painful, painful situation. Can't believe we got 4, not 5. Oh, no. This is all the unfair stamp's doing. Bear in mind, before the unfair stamp, we had the Max Rod. We had so much we could work with. It just goes to show how powerful hand disruption is in a format and why the unfair stamp is the undisputable best A-spec, at least until we see that red card being reprinted. But until then, I'm just getting bodied by one singular stamp. Blood sending me straight to the post office. Oh, they also bench Maractus. Now, I've seen a lot of Maractus in Dragapult recently, and it makes sense, right? A lot of decks don't respect the retreat lock, and retreat lock is actually quite powerful in this current format. So I like it. I like it. What I don't like is losing, though. Just do your turn and do your worst. They move 30 to my Gyarados, bringing it to 130 HP. If I can do me maths, can I do? Yeah. And Recon Directive comes in with the second one following suit. They attach to a Dracloak there, and they Phantom Dive. What are we looking to top deck here? It's just got to be... I don't even know, to be honest with you. Is it just Max Rod? If I just get a Max Rod, maybe we can... Oh, that's an interesting decision. Why are they not taking out Lapras? Guess maybe they think... No, I can't think of any reason, to be fair to you. Oh, is it just a guarantee game next turn? But that would happen anyway if I didn't have anything to bench. Oh, yep. That, unfortunately, is game, in my opinion. I don't think there's anything I can do here. Hold on, let me just think for a second. They knock out my Gyarados, and they knock out this. I come up with this. If I get a Staryu somehow, I could definitely take a knockout, but then they have the return KO. What is their Dragapult count? Is 3. Yeah, I'm willing to bet we lose this. I'm going to end turn on the off situation in which they don't have... Well, no, that's like impossible, isn't it? I have to want them to prize a Night Stretcher and 2 Dragapult for me to win. Basically, if they have those 2 prize, but they take one from taking these knockouts. So I just lose. All right, I'm going to concede. That is unfortunate, but Dragapult, it just seems like an instant L. You just can't do anything against it. Well, that is what it is. Let's go into, I believe it's the final round now. And it's going to be a very important round at that. As with this loss on the board and us only having 9 points, we were shot all the way down to 14th place, meaning I have no idea at all if a win here will get us into the top 8. And so with my fingers crossed, we get into our final game of Swiss. And it's against Dragapult again. It's the triple whammy. We have another Dragapult matchup. If this doesn't scream what this format is, I don't know what will. However, the build is an odd one. It is one that doesn't play Badoo. It has very low Pokemon search in the early game, with only 3 Buddy Poffin and 2 Pokepad and 2 Ultra Ball as the only means of actual search. No, hold on. I'm stand corrected. There's a Dawn. I, though, have opted to go second. I would usually go first here because there's no Badoo, but because they have such low basic search in the early game going first, I think they're probably going to maybe attach pass. If they get lucky, maybe get a Poffin. But the odds are quite low. So I'm thinking better off just having an extra turn here by them not really paying anything. That's what I think is going to happen. All right, let's see what happens. Nope, they get the Poffin. I stand corrected. Should have gone first. Well, we live and learn, don't we? And what's also interesting is this whole place like 3 rare candies. So you really want to go first, right? Before they candy up. But now it's looking kind of dire already. Oh no. Oh no. I took the risk. I was going to bank on the fact that they weren't getting an opening of Poffin and they couldn't do anything and we could benefit from that, but no. Anyway, I am just going to have to try and play some Pokemon, aren't I? Right then. So I feel like I should be attaching here. They can Pult me next turn. That's the crazy thing. They can't just straight up Dragapult me. So I think I'm now going to simply Iris away the Staryu. I'm not benching it. And I will Buddy Poffin and get myself Magikarp and Psyduck. No, I'm going to do double Psyduck. I need to do the damage. It's risky, but we've got to do what we got to do. Let's punch for 10 and see where things go from there. Well, they evolve into their Dracloak onto the bench one as well, interestingly. Seems they may be digging for that rare candy. They do play 4 Crispin. That's how they're getting their energy into play. And their A-Spec is Hero's Cape, by the way. So that's not going to be fun. That's an absolute mahoosive number to hit. Well, we have to hit that 420 on the dot? So we need to discard exactly 6 Pokemon to 1-hit KO a Dragapult with Hero's Cape. Yeah, that's a toughie. They're going to switch into Dracloak, though, which is very strange behavior. No, they're just going to go for the KO? The Ultra Aggression? Ooh, this is fascinating. Very fascinating. This is your draw power you're getting rid of here. That said, they can just Rare Candy, Pult, and Crispin, and then they're good to go. So, if they pull that off once this game, it's already going to be difficult. So let's not get carried away. I'm going to have to Lana's Aid here as well, just to get that Magikarp back. So maybe it is worth going for that Dragon Headbutt, actually, on their side. And now I wish I benched that Staryu. Could have responded with a Starmie here instead of having to Gyarados them. So with that in mind now, it might actually be worth doing that. Let's go for the Lana's Aids, and let's just recover these 3. And, well, is it worth benching the Staryu? It's really hard to tell. I think it is. I think it's worth it. I think I'm going to do it. Let's also go for a Flustered Leap here. And I'm going to take a gamble. I'm going to just do it with the 1. I'm pretty confident We should be fine. Yeah, that's fine. 280 KO, and we're living on a dream here. We are living on a dream. Oh, a Lily! That's nice. You like to see that. And they do instantly rare candy pult. We saw it coming, didn't we? We saw it coming. Do they have the instant Crispin as well? If not, we could actually get away with this. Maybe pull one out of the bag. They do attach a Psychic to the Pult. As they boss... Oh, they're going to boss the Psyduck? That's definitely what you do with this boss. It's just a Psyduck KO. You're going to boss my Staryu? I think my opponent doesn't know too well what they're playing against. That's the surprise factor of this deck, though. That's one thing we have going for us. People aren't really versed against this deck. People don't prepare for it. So that's something we've got to bear in mind. Let's go for Buddy Poffin. I am going to get greedy here. Super greedy. I'm going to Stretcher for the fourth Psyduck. Actually, I should be getting Gyarados, but a 1-hit KO here. Oh, that could win us the whole thing. So I think I've got to take that risk. We have 4 Psyduck down. We're going to go for a Lily just to give us a little bit more draw. Okay, that's good. Pokepad gives us Gyarados. Oh, boys and girls, it might be redemption. It might be time to get Dragapult back. And on top of that, we even have the Ash. I mean, there is no way I am not getting a 1-hit KO here. It's just not happening. Let's go. Flustered Leap. This is exactly what you want to be seeing in this deck. Bear in mind, we're discarding from the bottom of the deck. So these discards don't actually matter when it comes to the damage output. They're at the bottom. We weren't going to hit them anyway. So let's just keep going with the Fluster. One more time. And this should be a KO. I mean, yeah, there you go. That's good enough. Just got there, bearing in mind. But we are making some good, steady progress. I like it. My opponent's board state is in shambles right now. We've even got the boss to bring up a Latias if we want to. Do throw Risky Ruins, though. That could be a bit of an issue when it comes to my Magikarp. But again, my opponent's setup is really weak right now, meaning we could have a shot here of getting into top 8 if it works out in our way. I mean, it would be so cool if we get top 8. They do get the Dracloak. I think I have to boss the Dracloak pen. I think I have to do that. That's how they get out of the awkward hands. I don't want them doing that. One issue, though, is that I can't guarantee that I'm going to get the KO here. I don't have any Psyduck around. I don't have the recovery. But, hey, game's the game. Got to do what you got to do, eh? As they do Night Stretcher here. If it's for an energy, I'm pretty sure we just kind of win here. No, it's for a Dreepy. Okay, that's fair. In that case, I think... No, they retreat to the Dreepy, don't they? That's what they do. What's their A-Spec? The A-Spec we know is the Hero's Cape. Is there any hand disruption? There's 0? There's no hand disruption. Oh my god, that's massive. I think we win here. Because, well, actually, I don't know. Hold on. Yeah, if I just boss Dracloak and get the KO here, then we just need to then follow up with the KO on Latias. I do want to boss Latias here. I could just take a KO now without playing boss, but I think I need to boss Dracloak. Yeah, I think I've got to do it. I'm just going to go for it, man. It's an easier KO to hit, and maybe we can get something from the prizes that helps us, you know? I'm not even going to bench anything. I'm just going to Splashing Panic. Okay. Oh, the Max Rods! That's what I was hoping to get. Okay. All right. This is scary. What's my Sacred Ash count? My Sacred Ash is high. Okay, that's good news. With the Lily, I might be able to find a Sacred Ash, get some things back, because I'm probably going to be attacking twice here. That was the risk. I could have bossed Latias and gone for it. Would I have got the KO if I bossed Latias? Hold on. Let me just do, 280. I would have got the Latias KO, and I would have won now. But, hey, that's hindsight, right? Okay, I think it's correct for me to actually burn these cards right now. Yeah, I've only got 2. Okay, I'm burning my search. I'm saying I need as much as I can possibly get here. I'm even attaching here. I'm going to Lily. I want a Sacred Ash. I want my whole deck to be Pokemon, please. Oh, that's really, really bad. That's really bad because I could be in massive trouble. Because if I discard 7 and I get rid of my Ash, I just lose. I need to hit Ash. I can't do this. I think I have to make a play here and pass. Oh, because they're going to throw up Latias and I'm not going to be able to boss it. I have to end turn here. I have to know that I can do this. I can't discard 7 now and hit like 3 Sacred Ash. Who'd have thought that this game is actually now coming down to my deck's consistency rather than anything else? Yeah, but I think we have the time to do this. I think we're okay. Oh, you are teasing me so badly right now. Okay. What I'm going to do is attach for turn because if I get a simple stretcher, and we could get some answers. I'm going to do a cheeky dig for... Oh, yes! Okay. All right. So the correct move here is for me to Splashing Panic now for a knockout and then Sacred Ash, isn't it? Yeah. All right, let's do it. Let's Splashing Panic. It should be a KO here, and it is. Yeah, see, 2 Sacred Ash gone. We saw that one coming. They're going to bring up Latias, and then all we need to do is play our Sacred Ash, and that should do the job. Dracloak, though, would be a serious problem if they evolve into Dracloak. If With Ultra Cloak, it can be, what is that, 190 HP? No, that's actually still achievable. I thought it'd be 290. I am absolutely flabbergasted. Ultra Ball coming in. They get rid of 2 energy. It's Ultra Cloak. This deck has no Meowth, no Fez. It's a very streamlined Dragapult deck, and I think they're getting punished for it. And I'm being rewarded, thankfully, because we've been bodied by Dragapult. As they go for the one final recon directive, it's a Pokepad. That means we've won, baby. Oh, my Lord. This has been one of the luckiest tournaments I think I've ever played. We're going to Sacred Ash and just get all the Pokemon back in and then go for that Splashing Panic to win the game. Let's run it. Wow. Okay. Scary, scary stuff. That was an incredible Sacred Ash draw off the Iris. But we got to win. That is 4-2-0 on our record. Is it enough to get top 8? I honestly don't know yet. You might know more than me. So, did we get top 8? No, unfortunately. And what stings the most is we missed out due to opponent's win percentage, with both 7th and 8th place also having exactly the same record, but with a better win percent. I'll tell you what though, if you came to me in the past asking me if I would be happy with a silver medal playing a deck like this and coming up against as many Dragapults as we did, I will say yes immediately. And so we'll leave it there, as we got top 16 with a deck that plays only water Pokemon. Remember to leave a like and subscribe if you did enjoy, and of course check out my other tournament videos that I've done before, or any other content I've made. By all means, please do. We'll leave it there. Take care. Bye-bye.